And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Wait, what did he just say?
Hey friends, welcome to Nostalgic. What if I told you that in the late 80s, the greatest video game character of the decade, if not all time, told his young fans that they'd go to the fiery depths of hell on earth if they ever did drugs. Okay, those weren't his exact words, but it still shocked the HE double hockey sticks out of me when I first heard it. In this video, we're gonna take a look back at the jaw-dropping anti-drug public service announcement that aired during the Super Mario Bros. Super Show in the late 80s. If you don't recall this PSA, there's a good reason. It only aired in one television market on the East Coast. I'll let you know where that was and have reaction from a guy who remembers it well. I'm Jimmy Gaddis, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button for more content that'll make you feel nostalgic for the 80s and the 90s. All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock to set this story up. Don't want to wait, jump right to this time to skip ahead. That said, time warp, take us back to 1989. The first two Super Mario games on the NES are a smashing success, and Nintendo looks to capitalize with a new TV show for kids produced by Deep Entertainment.
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Bros. Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame.
They tapped pro wrestler and manager Captain Lou Albano to play Mario.
Hello, Mario Brothers Plumbing. You clog him, we clear him.
Didn't watch wrestling? You likely recall his role as Cyndi Lauper's dad.
What you gonna do with your life?
As for Luigi, he was played by Canadian comedic actor Danny Wells, aka Charlie the Bartender on The Jeffersons. The show features live action segments and guest stars, with animated adventures sandwiched in between. The show aired 5 days a week with animated Legend of Zelda episodes running on Fridays. The series, which began in September of '89, ended in December of the same year, as Nintendo moved on to other Super Mario-related endeavors.
Come on now, just like that.
Speaking of new Mario-inspired endeavors, as a way of celebrating the 2023 Super Mario Bros. Movie, I had planned an in-depth look back at the Super Show until my research took me down an unexpected pipe to an anti-drug public service announcement by Mario himself.
Kids, don't be afraid to say no.
At some point during the Super Show's run, Captain Lou became the face of some PSAs that only aired on WGBS-TV in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania TV market.
Even if you think the gun isn't loaded or the knife isn't sharp, leave them alone. Because if you accept stolen property, the law says you're just as guilty. And if someone you don't know offers you a ride in a car or wants to give you money or candy or gifts, get away.
As for those drug PSAs, us 80s and 90s kids were inundated with them growing up.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Following the launch of First Lady Nancy Reagan's Just Say No campaign in 1986.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
They were everywhere.
Don't use drugs. Don't use drugs.
In 1989, there was Super Mario.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking about drugs. Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone that asks you to use drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill.
Matt Huntsworth, one of the 4 hosts of my favorite Star Wars podcast, Star Wars in Character, remembers seeing them as a teenager growing up in Quakertown, Pennsylvania.
We'd been seeing Say No to Drugs celebrity PSAs forever, so he starts in, I'm Captain Lou Albano, I want to talk to you about drugs, and I've heard it 1,000 times before, so I was watching but not absorbing it until he got to the end, and I was like, wait, what did he just say?
Because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.
It was pre-streaming, pre-DVR, so I couldn't rewind it. I had to hopefully wait to see it again to see if I heard what I thought I heard.
Since our technology has vastly improved since '89, let's watch that last part again right now.
Because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.
Do drugs, experience hell on earth? As an adult, I totally get what he's trying to say. It seems like a genuine, compassionate, and likely completely ad-libbed plea to stay away. The delivery to an audience of kids, the way it was communicated, just way off, missed the mark. It's Kind of ironic we're a character that grows stronger after consuming mushrooms, huh? In fact, I initially thought he said that if you do drugs, you'll go to hell when you die.
You go to hell! You go to hell and you die!
Now, Huntsworth heard his own version too, so who knows how other kids in the greater Philadelphia area took it.
Well, I remember him saying, go to hell. Like, I thought it was gonna be like, if you use drugs, go to hell. But then there was more to it at the end. I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me process all what just happened here.
Who signed off on this at the station? Anyone's guess. I assume they were just thrilled someone as famous as Captain Lou was going on camera for them. I want to point out that it's technically not Mario delivering the message. The CGs on the PSA say Lou Albano. Underneath it says Super Mario Brothers Super Show. On the anti-drug version, Captain Lou introduces himself and makes no mention of the show or says that he's Super Mario. But let's be honest, he's wearing the gear, and according to Huntsworth, these PSAs ran at the end of the show.
Then they always played in that segment at the end, like the last punchline of the TV show and before the credits.
Do the Mario swing your arms from side to side.
This PSA started to resurface years ago, but it is new to me, and I assume many of you as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content that's going to make you feel nostalgic for the 80s and the 90s. I'm Jimmy Gaddis. Here is an uninterrupted look at what PhillyMag.com deemed the #1 Philly PSA on YouTube.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking about drugs. Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone who asks you to use drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.
Thank you so much for watching. Want to see more Mario? Be sure to check out this video for a version most people never saw, unless they had one 90s video game console in particular.
You're in for a treat, so hang on to your seat. Get ready for adventure and remarkable feats. You'll meet Koopas and Troopers, the princess and the